Hello and welcome to another edition of CARP Escape. We are back at Catch 22 down in Norfolk, and conditions could not be any further from what they were last time. It's wet, it's extremely windy, and it's February, so it's cold. But anyway, I need to get that lot into a swim, get myself sorted before the next shower comes in. So I'm going to get myself round there now, find a swim, get set up, get sorted, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, so we are here, we are in a swim. I have chosen peg number 9. Had a good walk around when I got here, as you always should do. Didn't see a great deal, didn't really expect to be fair. I know this lake, I have fished here many times over the years. I do know that the fish generally don't tend to show too much during the day. It tends to be more at night time when they tend to show themselves, you can hear them. So I've just sort of gone with what I know. I know this area of the lake, sort of the bottom end, the deeper end generally does do more bites in the winter months than what the top end does, where it's only sort of 5-6 feet. Peg number 9, get a swim off fish several times before in the past, so I know a few spots. I've got them written down in my book. They're spots I've caught fish from before, so I've had a good chuck around with the marker rod just to make sure they are still exactly how I remember them and how I think they are. Pretty much just nice firm silt areas, nice firm drops. There are some very soft choddy areas, but I managed to find some harder drops. Fish just out behind me, just out into open water. One in 12 foot deep, one in 15. Just spread them out. It's 2 rods only here, so we'll just see what happens really. Yeah, a little bit of sprinkling of bait over the top, not too much, and we'll wait and see what happens. Catch you in a bit. First one, get in. Well, would you believe it? We have had an absolute touch. Behind me, down there, we've only gone out of fish. We've only been fishing about, I don't know, I reckon 3-4 hours the rod's been out maximum. Looks like a nice mid-20 common, taken on a single pop-up, just chucked out on the spot. Only about 4 or 5 spombs of crumbed up boilie around it. Yeah, and away, off it went. Absolute touch. I'm going to quickly flick the rod back out, and I'm going to get out and see if we can record it and take some good photos. Happy days. Right, first fish of the session, first cast. 23 pound and 10 ounce. Beautiful little common. Down here at Catch 22. Taking a single white 15mm Strawberry Fields pop up from Impulse Baits over scattering of crumbed up and whole 15mm Synergy. Absolutely well made up with that. Gets us off the mark nicely. A few seconds after having this one, just after I slipped in the net, I did have another take. Big old slap of a bream. I did get a bit of footage of it, but we'll wait and see what that comes out like, but I'm not particularly bothered by that. Happy days, let's get her back. Right, so coming to the end of the first day, night's now drawing in. It's about 7:30, 8 at night, and to be fair, I am absolutely over the moon for how the day's gone so far. Did think I'd get that first fish within only 3-4 hours to put the rods out. Predominantly, I've always found that this lake especially is more of a night water. Definitely the majority of the fish I've had over the years from here have always been during the night, so to get one in nice daylight, got some good photos of it. Hopefully the video looks good as well, so I'm made up with that. Really happy. Don't know if you can hear it or not, but the wind is absolutely howling now. It's supposed to get up to between 50 and 60 mile an hour tonight. So we'll wait and see. But I mean, the moon is out, looks absolutely beautiful. The pressure is quite low, it's just under 1,000. It's the lowest that it's been for about a week and a half. So I'm hoping that we can still get some more bites, manage to get the rod back out, get some more bait over the spot while it was nice and bright still before the sun started to fade. So I'm confident the rod's back on the spot, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get another fish, or dare I say more, if only, tonight. So if we don't get one, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, so sadly the wind really wasn't on my side while I was trying to film these fish this evening, but this is the third fish of the session, 22 pound and 15 ounces, yet again coming to the white strawberry fields pop up from Impulse Baits. Really doing the do, as we like to say. Ever faithful, always my favourite pop up to use wherever I go, and this session yet again just proving how deadly they can be. Not even midnight, so still plenty of time yet for some more runs in this first night. Still another night to go. Happy days. Well, good morning. Actually, great morning. Can't believe I managed to get those 3 fish last night. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm so made up with that, so chuffed. The wind was absolutely howling early hours of the morning. There was branches breaking off and falling on the bivvy and things like that. I mean, you've got to be really careful when you're out in conditions like this. The wind's calmed right down now, so I've been up nice and early, watching the water from first light. Got both rods back out on the spot, bit more bait over both of them. I've now put both rods on the same spot, both on the strawberry field white pop-ups as well. Obviously I've had 3 fish on that off that spot last night, so I'm not gonna change something that's clearly working. I'm gonna try and maximise it. So yeah, both rods back out on the spot, 6 bombs of baits, 15mm holes and crush synergy all round it, and we'll see what happens today. Fingers crossed we can get a few more. See you in a bit. So just had a visit from the fishery manager, just popped round on his rounds around the lake, and he's just told me that because of the weather warnings that are in place, it's highly likely that they're looking at closing the fishery tonight at 6 o'clock. So potentially my session may get cut short by night. Disappointed, but at the same time, big respect for the fishery manager for making that decision. You know, I think it's great fishery management, taking the safety of their runners seriously. So I've got a lot of time, a lot of respect for that. So yeah, we'll wait and see. It's only 10:30, 11 in the morning, so still got plenty of time as yet, even if we do have to go home at 6 o'clock tonight. First fish yesterday came at about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so plenty of time to try and bag 1, maybe 2 more. We'll wait and see. See you in a bit. Right, well, that's another session done and dusted. Thanks very much for watching if you have made it this far. Do appreciate it, it's all for a bit of fun. Been a decent session. If you'd have said to me before I got here, would you take 3 20s in the middle of February? Absolutely, I'd have ripped your hand off and said yes. Do I think there was more for the taking? Absolutely. I think if I'd been able to stay tonight, I would have 100% caught more. I've been played by bream all afternoon. I think I've had 8 this afternoon. Which I know from this lake especially, if you can feed them off and keep going and going and going, the carp will come in. They will push them out, the carp will come in and they'll stay in. Didn't make it that far, unfortunately. I've had bream up until when I was pretty much half hour before I brought the rods in. So time to go home. Like I said earlier, shame to cut it short, but I fully respect the fishing management, their choice to close the lake because of health and safety with these high winds, 90-mile-an-hour winds coming in tomorrow. Massive respect to them for that, because I know a lot of people would have still carried on taking the money and not worried about people's safety, which, let's be honest about it, safety comes first in anyone's book. So once again, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.